So I did my video of using GPT-4 and ESP32 microcontroller, and it got over 15,000 views, which is pretty cool. Anyway, when I did it with GPT-4, you have to pay $5 to get on their tier in order to use their API. Now, you can do the same thing with not OpenAI, AI Studio from Google, which I did. And you can pretty well use the same code that you use for GPT-4. You just have to change three things. You have to change your API key, right? Of course. You have to change the URL for your API, obviously from OpenAI to Google. And the third thing is you have to change the model that you're using, the name of the model. So this is where I started. I'm here on Postman. There's a really good video by TechieSMS. That's where I got a lot of this information from in order to be successful. But anyway, I use Postman. This is the body of the post. Okay, I'm sorry, this is not Postman. This is actually the docs from OpenAI. As you can see, the OpenAI docs for doing vision. It shows you, the code that you need to use for your API post. I use Postman. So here's my Postman. So that's the OpenAI, so GPT-4 URL. This is the name of the model. And this stuff is all just copied from the docs. And this is the base64 image that I uploaded. And if I send that, you can see it comes back with the result. Just give it a minute. There we go. And here's the result. I'll have to bring that up a bit. The image shows a metallic tumbler. That's this guy. So I had, it even says Taco Warfarin is the name of the inscription on it. Oh, it's a different water bottle from yesterday. Anyway, what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to do the same thing. Instead of using the ESP32, I'm going to use App Inventor. Okay, so I'll get going on that. So I'll stop this introduction and I'll get started with App Inventor, and I'll show you a demo of the app. All right, here's my latest app. Take a picture of the room and it will display the results here. And let's listen to it.
This image depicts a living room. It features a seating arrangement with a couch, a coffee table, and various plants placed around the area. There are also framed pictures on the wall, and large windows that allow natural light to enter, although the overall setting appears somewhat dark.
Okay, so here I am in App Inventor. I've got three buttons. One is the camera to initiate taking the picture. It then converts it into base64. And then you click on this button and it will speak the result, and the result is displayed in text down here. I'm using, as you can see here, a Web 1 and a camera base64 extension and text to speech. So this guy here, camera base64, I got that off the internet. You can get that yourself. I'll put the links in the description if you want. Anyway, looking at the blocks for this, zoom out a bit. So there's the blocks that I used. I'll post an image of this on in the description, or at least a link to the image. I can't give you my code because it has embedded in it my API key, and I don't want to show you that. What I did was I put my API key into a label, into a text box actually. No, I put it in a label called AUTH, and there's my my API key. Hopefully you can't read that whole thing. And anyway, so here's my code. paste a link to the image if I can in the description.